My management style is probably a bit more informal and a bit more relaxed than you would expect maybe in Cyprus or from a CEO of a bank. But I think it's for a reason. First of all, it's who I am. And I think being authentic with who you are yourself is very important in your leadership style. But also in today's world, so many things are so complicated that the old model of sort of command and control and hierarchy doesn't really work. You need to be able to have relationships with everybody. People need to be able to feel comfortable in your presence. So they tell you honestly what they feel is the issue or what they feel what needs to be done. I think if I look at my career, I don't think I'm particularly talented or particularly gifted more than other people. I think what really makes the difference is what I would call grit and positive attitude. If you are not able in work to, pick yourself up after you've been knocked down, dust yourself off, keep going nonetheless, keep trying. If you don't have this grit, I don't think you're going to achieve much. And that has to be coupled with a positive attitude, as in, okay, the next time will be better, but also when things do go wrong, and often they do, of course they do, that you learn from it and see the positive out of it. What I'm currently doing in Cyprus is quite difficult. I mean, the situation that the banking sector finds itself in, with 60% non-performing loan ratios, which is unseen. This is we're globally in the #1 spot, obviously for the wrong reasons. Working your way through that with your clients, with your own people, for whom this is very difficult often to deal with, with your regulators, with the local market. I mean, that is actually quite a challenge. I think a frequent mistake that managers make is really that they are almost too task-focused. Okay, work needs to get done, and it's obvious that you start thinking about that work. But you need to do this with and through your people. And what you find is that people that are too task-focused they don't trust other people, they do everything themselves, they create a command and control structure to stay on top of things, and then they're the same people that complain to you that they cannot delegate to anybody because the quality of their people is not good enough. And I'm sort of saying, well, are you responsible for the quality and the development of your own people and the talent that you have? So I think a better balance between focusing on the human beings you work with every day, making sure they have everything they need in order to do their job, is really important. I have this belief, and maybe that's one of the reasons I'm here, that Cyprus can do more with the potential that it has. If you look at the quality of the people, the education levels, the fact that they speak fluent English, which is important in today's world. If you look at the island itself, with the mountains, the sea, the sun, if you look at its location, where everywhere around is just chaos, and there's one island of stability in the Eastern Mediterranean called Cyprus, you would expect Cyprus to perform better. And it doesn't. And I think if I was president, I would do in one day whatever I can to realize that potential. I like to come to the office earlier than everybody else. And not because I want to impress people that the CEO is in the office first. I've always done this. And the reason is, I want to just have half an hour with my sketto, to go through the day, mentally prepare in quiet, right? And then go through the day. And then you find my day is basically communicating, talking to people, either one-on-one, in meetings, in public gatherings. Communication is really what it's all about. A balance between my work life and my home life. I think there's several elements to this. The most important one for me is what I call that you need to be freely expressed. And I explain what I mean by that. I am now in a situation where every day at work, I say whatever I want to say to whomever I want to say it, without holding back. And hopefully I'm doing this in a constructive way, it's for the others to tell, because that way you don't bottle things up. I think if you start bottling things up and you get a funny feeling in your stomach and you take that home, that's when it becomes very difficult at home to let go. Maybe it's because I'm Dutch, but I love cycling, and as you may know, in Holland there are more bicycles than there are people. So I like to get out on the road bike, on the mountain bike, to just blow out the cobwebs. And Cyprus is heaven for cyclists, I believe. There's a reason why so many Tour de France teams for their winter training come to Cyprus. So I really very much enjoy that. I go to Machαιρά, I go to Trόοδος. I find it a really nice thing to do.